Challenge received.
We have 330-second periods. Oh, you're 11K. Okay, cool. No handicap. That's fine. 10-minute Baoyomi. Okay, sure. Cool.
Game
Let's go. So I am not the person to talk to about Fuseki. As white, I pretty much always just play 2/4/4 stones, and as black, I just like sneeze on the board, and whatever corners they end up in, that's what I play. I don't know. So okay, cool. We're gonna play nice and boring, bunch of 4/4 stones. Cool. So I'll just do a normal thing here. We'll play the usual Joseki. I'm going to do what AI does and just jump in the Sansan really early. So it's real fun. When I learned the game like 10 years ago, early Sansans were considered bad. It was just like objectively bad. Don't go in the Sansan early in the game. There are special cases when you do, but usually not this early. But now AI does it, and so everyone else does it. So here we go. Let's just do it. I'm curious at this point which Joseki you'll choose. Okay, kind of a more traditional Joseki. So there's another one where black can Hane here, and I've been favoring that one lately. It's pretty cool. So black Hanes, white cuts, black fixes, white kills, which is it's what makes this counterintuitive. You're like, well, he can kill that stone, but then black cuts, white takes, and then black Ataris here. So black actually gets to keep the corner, which is kind of nice. But okay, we'll just play typical. You know that Joseki, cool. You just decided, not to use it. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that one is the correct one here. I just like it a lot, so I've been using it lately. And I think actually lately, I think I heard that white extends one more here these days, but when I learned the game, that was not Joseki, so I don't do it. I don't know. I haven't studied. So yeah, let's just, I'm just going to do this. So then usually, black blocks here, white fixes, and then black has a choice whether he wants to fix the cut here or not. Usually in my experience, black will fix the cut, but not always. Yeah, okay. The robots like to extend one more time, and then Tanuki. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool. So what I see here, and for those who are new, influence can be difficult to kind of understand in this game. So black has a wall here, and the way this wall faces is toward the middle of the board, right? So like, try to think of it as a wall to a house, right? If this were a wall to a house, the house would be here, right? If this were the outside wall. It's not here, right? This would be like a second story patio or something, right? So the direction that black would like to extend is this way. And since I have Sente, I'm just going to extend that way and see what happens. And I'm going to do it high because high stones are more influential, and these days I'm just enjoying influential play a little bit more. So now, like, imagine, black now were to extend from that wall in this way. It would feel very cramped, right? Like black, white, something. Not a lot of points for the size of that wall. So a lot of times instead, black will try to find some excuse to fight with this stone and then treat that wall as something like you just kind of slam into, and it's difficult to deal with. But okay, so black decided to split over here, which is okay. So white here is pretty stable. White in this corner is not super stable. And so I'm thinking about just pressuring this black stone and also enclosing my corner a little bit. It's kind of a nice dual purpose thing to do. The knight's enclosure is kind of nice, but it has some weakness. The extended knight definitely has some weakness, but it also puts more pressure on black. And then I could also consider like a Kosumi, which really takes the corner quite well, but puts almost no pressure on white. So let's go in the middle. We'll just do 03. Sounds good. Okay, so white makes a base, a 2-space extension on the third line. A very common way to sort of make life. And it's important to note that this is not exactly alive. It's just difficult to kill. This is just a very common way to sort of establish a presence. But there are ways that white can like take the base. And I know if white has a stone at N3, I could sort of brutally play at J2 or K2 and actually strip the base completely from these black stones and leave them floating. since I'm at 03, I'm actually not sure if I can take the base or not, but in any case, I'm actually kind of liking taking the corner here, which is a little bit boring, but it also strengthens this stone a good bit, I feel. There's also some things to be done over here. I could, plop in over here, because black does have some potential in this area. I don't know. I'd be interested if there are stronger players who are interested later in reviewing the game, what they would play in this situation, because I'm not exactly sure. Another thing you could do is like really big, like, Moyo kind of thing, where I'm like, let's just jump out over here and try to take a bunch of points over here. I'm just going to plop in there, invade, see what happens. Okay. Let's just do the boring thing, because that's kind of fun. Works out fine. Our two little like boring groups are going to butt heads. Unless black decides to extend over here and give me the corner. No. Okay. So this is the old Joseki. These days AI likes to attach at C16. But I don't really know that Joseki very well, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so black decided to strengthen his invasion a little bit over here. What should we do? At some point, these stones in the corner are going to be in danger. I'm not sure actually when that is. I don't think it's right now, but maybe it is. So we could consider having these stones work together a little bit more. I was thinking about something like this, because then an invasion over here gets pretty difficult. I don't know. What do y'all think? So what would be... Man, it just feels like a kind of a boring opening, right? There's a big like area open over here, but it's so low. And I've got like this sort of opening into it, so I'm not that worried about that. I think if I jump out, that's threatening, right? I think then black needs to invade. That sounds fun. So let's just do that. I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. So you're going to go ahead and block me off over here. So maybe at this point I should do something about this over here. I'm not feeling super pressured to do it though. I kind of like maybe here. Maybe fourth line would be better. If he goes third line, then I can... Honey. I don't know. This also seems fun. Like I just like threatened to take like an eighth of the board over here. Let's just jump in, see what happens. Cool. I'll jump out. Black peeps. That's fine. I'll connect. So a peep is when like if stones are separated, you can playing directly between them is dangerous because you get Atari'd and then you're short on freedoms. But playing like just outside of it is called a peep. Same thing, like basically anywhere that there's some kind of cutting point. Instead of playing the cut directly, if you play one off of it, you sort of threaten to take that cut. That's called a peep. But okay. So I think I will jump out this way, which feels a little bit heavy. Maybe I should have jumped out farther. I'm not sure. But I like the idea of having stones on the other side of this big wall. Just because it leaves black cramped over here. I like that. It's good. So this is nice because this ladder, if he cuts, I can Atari here for a ladder, right? and that works for me. So that's basically connected for now. We have to be careful though. Okay, white continues on. At some point, I do have to worry about the life of these, but I don't think they're too endangered just yet, but something to think about. Sure, let's go one more. If there's anyone, oh, nice. Okay, so now we invade. All right, cool. So I think I'm just gonna keep my corner here, and then so I guess the idea for black is that, well, this group is not super alive, and if he invades over here, then this will be sort of a floating group. And when white has two weak groups, then black can try to split and attack both of them at the same time, which can be quite powerful. So the other thing I could do is consider like a pincer over here, and then maybe black tries to come in the corner. I think that's a ko. That sounds kind of fun though. Pincer? Protect the corner. What do you think? Protect the corner, pincer. We could try to cover as well, but I don't like trying to make a lot of influence out here because it faces this black group. And so if I make a wall out here and black gets territory here, then I don't get to profit up here much without killing these black stones, which would be very difficult, right? Yeah. So let's just keep the corner. And then as black tries to live over here, we'll attack with these stones and strengthen them a little bit by attacking this stone, right? Because this stone or something near there needs to live for black. I don't know about the direct attachment. Maybe that's fine. I wouldn't consider it usually. You're kind of starting a fight that you're already losing, but maybe the idea is just to sort of make some chaos. I don't know. So I'm going to attach to it. It's usually my response. You attach to my stone, I attach to yours. So he ran. Just interesting. Okay, catch you later, Andrew. Thanks for joining. So, there's some connection possibility if I ignore the Hane here, like if I just like play out here, let's say. Black down here is risky. I can't Hane to block it because he can cut and kill. So I'm in Byoyomi, but I've got 300 lives, so we're good. We could chill. So we could descend, which is kind of nice, but it leaves this cutting point, which might be dangerous. If I fix the cutting point directly, that seems a little bit heavy to me, but 9, 8, I should just 7, turn that sound off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, period. The cut does seem severe though, right? If I descend and he makes that cut, I don't like it. There's this one too, this hanging connection, which could be okay. If he Hane's underneath, then I can block at S8, 10, and he 9, can peep. 8, yeah, this one's kind of nice. 6, let's just do the hanging connection. What I like about this too is if he like tries to jump, it gives me a lot of strength to where I could maybe even disconnect directly. Oh, and he did try to jump. So, should we try to just disconnect? See what happens? Let's see. If he Ataris and I run, he connects. Maybe I connect. Some chaos in the corner. I don't know. Let's just do it. Okay, so he Ataris. I'll fix. He connects. So I don't think I can disconnect directly, right? That's too much. If he cuts and I run, then he can push. So maybe I should just try to keep this and threaten the cut. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, cutting it close with my lives here, right? Oh, okay. Fun. Cool. So let's Hane here. So now we're starting to weaken this, which is fun. But we should pay attention over here too. We want to be careful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
We can just leave this cut open,
4,
but
3, 2.
let's get ourselves some more freedoms there. So black probably just plays n6, right? That leaves a tiger's mouth open there. The annoying thing, right, is as far as like considering ignoring, is that white gets this Atari. So then you have to fill this, and that's not fun. Tiger's mouth, cool. So let's look at this cut. If he cuts, if I Atari and he runs, if I fix and he comes under, might be dangerous. So maybe we should fix.
9,
Is there a way that we can fix Incente?
7,
Maybe if we play here, then that's a
5,
threaten, you know,
4,
it's a peep here.
3,
But
2,
is it dangerous? I don't
1. Period.
know. We could consider the Hane there. We can consider a peep here. Yeah, let's just directly fix the cut with a tiger's mouth, and then we threaten some antics on the bottom group later. That's my thought. Who knows? So I could use some suggestions from chat. So I like the idea of calling my followers or people who follow the channel or subscribe nerds. That's like, but I don't want to be like nerd squad, right? That to me sounds too much like regular Twitch, like too much like YouTube. I feel like if I'm gonna call you guys the nerd squad, then I need to start my streams with like, "What's up, guys? It's your boy." And I'm not into that. So I like the word nerd, but what should I call the group? I don't know. So cool. So black decided to sort of connect over here, which is cool. I feel like it would be valuable to peep here because that helps me make some shape. The free goaters. Okay, nice.
10, 8,
I'm just pretending like we don't have Bao Yomi right now because we have 300 lives.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So there are a few things we could do. I do also like threatening to come over here, but that doesn't really help me make shape, right? So when we talk about make shape, a lot of times what we're talking about is sort of like fill a volume. So this helps me build like a wall, which is nice. Walls can make shape later, but they don't have a lot of room for eye space. And so if black is very strong on the outside, they can
9,
sometimes kill that.
8, 7, 6,
But I think it's fine.
5.
So basically we're just threatening to Hane on these two stones, and that would be kind of painful for them. Of course, by doing this, like black's natural response to extend will give black some territory. So we're sort of trading that, and that's very common in Go, right? You say, well, I'll give you a little bit, and I'm going to take a little bit. So it's fine. For any of y'all who haven't been following the stream much, on Saturdays, I think we're going to be streaming Go Club. So I had a club called the Los Alamos Go Club, and it's partly people from Los Alamos where I'm from, but a lot of them are virtual as well. And so I think we're just going to start on Saturdays just streaming our club meetings. So we'll have like a little lesson, and then, oh, interesting, Hane. So we'll have like a little lesson at the start, and again, that's usually aimed at beginners. And if you check my YouTube channel and like my video history, you'll see some like beginner oriented lessons in there. And then we'll usually do like a tournament or just play some games. And the tournament has been pretty fun. This last Saturday was the first time that I streamed it, and we got some viewers in the tournament, and it was pretty crazy. It was like, like we had from 25K to 4 Dan in a 9x9 tournament, and it's a handicap tournament, so anybody has a chance to win. And so yeah, it was fun. It was a good time, and so y'all are welcome to join for that. That happens at noon in U.S. Mountain Time. So I don't know whatever time zone you're in. For example, it is like 9:10 right now, my time, PM. So you can do the New Mexico time. Okay, there you go. Maybe that's easy. So yeah, if y'all want to join, that'd be fun. Right now, I need to figure out how I want to organize it. So we have like a Discord for this Twitch stream, which feel free to join. We also have like another Discord for the actual Go Club, and I'm still trying to figure out how I want to mesh those. What I don't want to do is like forsake the Go Club for the stream, right? The Go Club is what I started originally. I want to make sure that my intention is there, and that I don't like ignore them for this, or let that club be overwhelmed with this. But if it benefits both to start integrating them, then we'll do that. And like I said, for anyone who might just have not seen yet, I think tomorrow we're going to be watching the Meijin title in Japan. I think that'll be fun, and we'll open a board and try to look at some variations, and maybe we can drag some stronger players in here. We've had some strong players pop in chat before, and so maybe we can ask them some questions about what they think is going on. Right, that'd be fun. Black's thinking hard on this one. Or maybe you're streaming also and you're talking to your chat, trying to explain to them your thought process, right? Maybe what he's thinking about right now is the double Hane, to see if is that safe, or is it beneficial? Hi, I see you in chat. Oh, I should change my. I always forget this. Like I set this this message at the start, and then I forget to revise it. So currently, delete. This is Microsoft Paint, by the way. I don't know if y'all have a suggestion for a better way to do this. Let me know. Currently, playing games with viewers.
10. 9,
Oh, it's my turn.
8. 7.
Oh, okay. You went for the extension, huh? All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's peep over here. So this disconnect is pretty severe, right? Because not only does it disconnect this group from the rest, but it would be an Atari. So it's really something that he would have to pay attention to. So pretty threatening, something you want to fix. And I like it because it does help me make some shape over here. So let's see what else. I do need to make some shape over on this side as well.
10, 9, 8.
So maybe we just do like a knight's move over here. Seems okay.
4, 3, 2.
So I see that I'm leaving some Aji over here. Aji is like potential for danger, right? And so we'll see. I've got like a long enough stick of stones over there that I just feel confident that I can make it work somehow. If nothing else, maybe I can use this stone as like a sacrifice stone, right? Something I can pinch something of his between. Okay, cool. So he's trying to make some points over here, which is fine. So I have some options. I can come out over here, which makes some nice shape over here. And it starts to unify these two groups,
10,
although they're not exactly
9,
unified.
8,
Um,
7,
the other thing I can do
6,
is, if
5,
it'll let me get away with it,
4,
just directly threaten to come in here, right? Because he's saying that he wants to make
Period.
points over here, and it would be nice for me to have a stone here to then follow up with this next, right? It makes it easier to cut if he tries to cut me. We could also just be super peaceful. I go here, he goes here, and then I just extend here, and I'm basically connected.
10, 9,
So what should we do?
7, 6, 5, 4,
Let's just play safe.
3.
So another thing we can do right now is sort of start taking stock of points to see kind of where we are at in the game, because that can sort of dictate how aggressive you should play in the game, right? So that was kind of defensive, I would say, from black, but okay, that's fine. So white has, I don't know, 10, 15 points over here. I'm just eyeballing. I'm not even going to count, right? Just real loose. Let's say I'm able to weasel out
10,
5 points over
9,
here, so let's call it 20.
7,
Maybe I'll get another
6,
10 over here
5,
eventually,
4,
so we'll call it 30.
3, 2,
And then
1.
let's just call it 40. 40, 45 points for white, maybe. So let's see what black is working with, right? Maybe 10, 15 points over here. Maybe 5 or 10 points over here. Let's do the upper limit real quick. So
10,
let's call this 15, call that
9,
10, it'd be 25.
7, 6, 5,
Yeah, so maybe like 35,
2,
40 points for black.
1.
So pretty close.
Period.
But also white has a 6.5 Comey. So I'm feeling okay. So I think I can start to be a little bit solid. I don't need to like risk a lot of invasions and stuff. And I'm starting to see that I might be able to make a lot of good shape by
10,
starting to enclose
9,
this sort of area that I've got here.
7, 6, 5, 4,
So where should we do it?
2,
Maybe something
1.
like this?
Period.
Maybe something over here. We can also start doing some annoying things like this just to make some shape and see if black cares about that.
10, 9,
This connection is a little bit dubious,
7,
so I should probably...
6,
I think this helps
5,
that connection though.
4.
Let's just do that. So we're just starting to make some shape over here, and we're threatening to do something like, I don't know, over here, and then that would make a kind of a large shape in the middle. So this is a good opportunity to introduce a concept called flattening the bubble, if you haven't heard of that. So when your opponent is starting to make a shape, you can kind of imagine, like draw a line from the borders, you know, if there's a big open space. So maybe so here's the line, right, between these two. If black plays sort of just outside of that border, even like directly on it, that can be a really, really annoying move for white if I'm set on making a territory sort of bubble here. If black plays on the line, now I have a tough choice. Like, do I play on the outside of it and try to gobble that stone up? That can be quite difficult because it's kind of outside of the strength of that group. Or do I concede? Do I try to play on the inside of it and try to hoard what points that I can, but now it's flattened, right? And that's not as tantalizing. So here, I want to make sure I don't block directly because it leaves some nasty cutting. I'm just going to extend, right? So when I extend, it leaves me some nice strength here. And if he extends one more, that's fine. I can block here, or I'm not even sure if I need to do it at that point. But yeah, this is nice. This actually makes kind of a nice secure wall for me right there. No big deal. So you see I have some knights moves over here. Knights moves are cuttable, but it can be difficult to cut, right? Like your cutting stone needs to have somewhere to go. And so that's why I mentioned this stone kind of helps the cut over here. And really any strength out here would help me do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and block. Yeah, any strength out here helps me protect the cuts there just by making it hard for the cutting stone to live. So he might still be able to like make the cut, but if the cutting stone doesn't live, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, I want to make sure that I go ahead and extend down here because this is nice, right? It threatens like a monkey jump kind of move into this territory that black wants. And it can threaten some territory over here if black decides to try to make territory there. But that's going to be difficult because I'm sort of threatening that on both sides. Black might see this obvious Atari and think that that's quite valuable. But we should be careful about making those Ataris because it's not actually... Okay, so he does make it. It's not actually that threatening, right? So it looks juicy, right? You're like, I can take these 3 stones and disconnect. But it's not really a disconnect because there's a snapback, right? Let's see, I'll go into analysis mode just to show. So if I ignore and he takes, I can take back. And this is still fine for me, right? So this still works as part of my wall. This still acts as like a threat to all the things over here, right? So not too big a deal. I feel okay if he takes those 3. So I'm happy to just take Sente now, and it's my initiative. I get to do whatever I want on the board. So now I'm going to play one of these juicier moves that I was talking about. So how juicy can we make it? Right? So like kind of the ideal is this one, right? So where I say I want a big old box like this. I think that's probably a little bit greedy though. So maybe we just go one more in, or we have kind of a knight's move extended connection to both of these. That feels much harder for black to ruin. And I think if I get a territory like that, that should be enough for the game. So let's do that. Got like a little kidney bean shaped territory right there, which is not great, right? It's not going to be like a super efficient territory. Most center territories aren't, but it's nice. I'm a fan. All right, so black is starting to cover this, which is starting to make me feel nervous, right? So I'm going to play in my corner right here, which takes some points for me, but it's also just like, let me try to make sure I can live, and black can't just, somehow throw in here and ruin my day. We'll just calmly take some points. I'm not too worried about black having influence out here because there's no room to make points out here, right? That's okay. He might make some more points around this area that he wouldn't have otherwise, but not too bad, right? Joey 130, new player, probably 24K, but don't know yet. Just wanted to say hi, and I'm enjoying the commentary. Great. This stream is for you, Joey. I only feel comfortable teaching around, your skill level, and so please understand that some of the commentary I'm offering is going to be flawed. If there are any like Don level players, they're probably like, "Oh, this guy's spreading like misinformation." Okay, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I hope that I can at least provide some ways to think about it. At least you can see what I see, and maybe that'll help bring you to my level if that's helpful at all. So glad you're playing. Are you just starting to play, or maybe just coming back? I know we've had some players in our club who played like years ago and then stopped, and now they're starting, and it's almost like starting from scratch again. So I don't know.
9, 8, 7.
Let's make some more shape and also kind of threaten to dig under here. You're just getting in to go for the first time. Awesome. Cool. Well, that is great. So I kind of want to play something like this for just to sort of strengthen over here, but I don't think I need to. And I don't think black would care, right? That's the thing. It's not Sente.
10.
So why don't we just play over here, right? These little like corner moves to kind of finish the Joseki over there are often quite valuable. This one is especially annoying if black doesn't respond. Joey, where did you hear about the game? Why did you get started and go? Oh, nice. So black is just looking to make a few points in here, which is fine. I should be careful. The Hane here might be dangerous. If he cuts... let's look at it, right? Let's try to think about it. So basically anytime we hane, we want to think about, okay, well, what if he cuts?
9, 8,
So if I hane,
7,
he cuts.
6,
What do we do?
5, 4, 3,
Do we
1.
extend here?
Period.
And then he ataris, and if I run, he connects, and that's not great. So I think we might just make a trade here, right? Instead of worrying about the hane, like I said, I think I feel ahead by a little bit. And so the hane here is aggressive. I think I'd rather just play nice and safe, you know.
10,
So I'll just extend here.
9,
And I suspect black will also continue. You're very into strategy board games with my housemate, and it was only a matter of time before we found Go, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. I love Go, and you know, even my enjoyment of Go is disproportionate to how good I am at it, which is not very. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay, right? But yeah, I'm happy to continue here. I just think it's a really beautiful game. The rules are so simple. You know, like there's someone who said, you know, if we ever find an alien civilization, I doubt that they'll have chess, right? Because it's a very specific game with very specific rule sets. But there's a decent chance that they'll have Go, because it's something you can stumble into quite easily, right? A grid, 2 color rocks, and if you surround one, then it's removed, you know? And so, you know, there's a good chance, like if we ever found aliens, that, yeah, they would play Go. Why didn't I go for G11 to avoid complications? G11, the hane. Yeah, so hane at the head of 3 is common, but yes. Hi, the Mentos too. Yeah, it's probably okay.
6,
Oh yeah, aliens play on 39 by 39 boards. I don't even want to think about that.
1.
So hane at the head of 2, hane at the head of 3. That's like common Go sayings, and that's probably fine. But yes, that's exactly right. Just avoiding complications right now, playing kind of simply because I feel okay. You know, if I hane and he cuts, it's probably fine actually. So maybe I should have just haned, but yeah, right now I feel fine just playing
10,
conservative.
9, 8,
So cool. I'm gonna poke up here because I feel like black is probably gonna defend. Right, black has made it very clear that he wants points here. Yeah, so he defends there. That's fine. We could choose to come out, but I don't think there's any value in that. I think I will just come over here. Yeah, and just start ruining the corner a little bit. So this is a choice you have often in Go, right? So here's an interface. This is my territory. This is his territory, and here's the interface between them.
4, 3,
Often in Go, you'll have the choice where you can either hane.
period.
So the hane is more aggressive, right? I'm taking more of his territory away. But often this hane is gote. That means you lose a turn. So the sequence could be hane, block, and then I block, and then black gets to go do something else. So basically, I lost a turn. Alternatively, I could consider just descending, right? If I just descend, now I'm threatening, you know, like if black ignores, I'm threatening to take away this territory. And so probably, not necessarily, but often black will respond. And now I have sente again, which means it's my turn again. So, you know, what we have to ask is like, is it worth a turn? You know, is it worth me saying, okay, you get to have a free move to turn this into this, right? And so I think this is better, personally. And so again,
2,
just going to play nice and simple, just extend. And, you know, these corners are such efficient places to make territory. This might seem small, right? It's on the second line, but it's decently big. It's fine. Oh, he took my 3. Give me that back. Yeah, so it's interesting, right? Black's side territories, white has a lot of windows into them right now, right? Oh, okay. So black is looking like he wants some territory over here, and that's starting to look like it can be a reality. So, okay, now I'm going to start reducing that for sure. So we'll play here. The cut here is, you know, quite protected because of this stone. So I just want to try to smush white if I can. Black, excuse me. So we could consider some more severe things. What if we just jump into here? This seems difficult to disconnect. And it would have a nice like flattening
10,
effect, right?
9, 8, 7.
We could also play more simply.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
We can also just like jump in. I don't know. Oh, this one might be fun, right? If we start here, probably he blocks there, and then maybe we go back out and do something like this. That's a nicer sequence than like if we play here and then maybe he attaches, and then maybe I feel less
10,
comfortable.
9, 8,
Let's just play
7.
here. Yeah, the Mentos. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Have you been playing long? Ooh, follower. So again, right, I need a saying here. So do I just say you are a nerd? Because that's, you are, frankly. Yeah, but thank you for following the stream. I appreciate the support. Also, by the way, if anyone else feels like following, I'm currently 5 followers away from being eligible to be an affiliate, which is fun.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Cool. I'm not like looking to make a living out of Go streaming, right? But it would be fun to be an affiliate because then you can start getting subscribers and stuff. And there's some stuff I want to do with potential subscriber money. Like I want to invest some of that money into making some nice trophies. I like to work with wood and 3D printing, and I can make like a trophy that's kind of cool. Like for example, little rainbow 9x9 Go board, right?
10, 9,
and then I could say like,
6,
I don't know, the winner of the trophy, the winner of the thing gets that.
3, 2, 1. Period.
Cool. Let's threaten to. So in this way, I get to solidify my territory a little bit, and I get to threaten to come under here, take some points away from black. Okay. Yeah, let's just take some points away. We threatened it. He didn't block, so let's just do it. Okay, so sorry, the Mentos. You learned a couple of years ago, but never really played, and you picked it back up like 2 months ago. Nice. So you're part of the COVID Go players. Yeah, that's true. I think there is like a whole generation of COVID Go players. Yeah, see, so these were black points, right? And now it's very difficult for black to make much over here. And yeah, let's threaten to do some damage over here, right? That's kind of a nice Sente move. Probably Sente. Looks like black wants points over there. Cool. And then let's jump on in here this way. All right, so we made all these threats and black never blocked us. So let's take advantage of some of those now, right? We're gonna cash in. Oh, you started Go 2 months ago. Wow, that's really awesome. You've made a lot of progress in 2 months. Yeah, good job. Let's see, you had to look it up. Been playing for 12 years. A lot of those playing very little Go. Yeah, kind of the same. I'm almost ashamed at how long I've been playing now because I'm not really that good relative to that, right? So I learned Go in like 2012, I think. And oh, you're off for the night, Joby. Great. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, welcome to the nerds. And also, yeah, my VODs should be recorded for a while, and I try to like highlight some of the lessons that we do and things like that. So feel free to come back. Also, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna say AMA Yambo. Like your name is Yambo, and you're cool with people asking you anything. Like
10,
that's
9,
what we're gonna go with.
8,
But feel free to correct me.
7,
AMA Yambo.
6, 5,
So what else?
3, 2, 1. Period.
Seems like there are some fun things that we could do over here. We could threaten to push in here, and if he blocked, then maybe we get to do some other things. Ooh, who else just became a nerd? Broken Focus. You're a nerd. Congrats on that. I also feel like this is a good name for the people who follow, because I feel like it's competitive, right? Like if I saw that followers were called nerds, I'd be like, well, I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna follow.
4, 3,
Don't feel bad. You learned in 1996 or Go,
Period.
and still no good. Okay, cool. Broken Focus. This is not a new discovery. What's not a new discovery? Forgive me. Oh, why don't we just do a monkey jump, right? Being a nerd. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. You already knew, huh? All right, cool. Let me show you all monkey jump. So if y'all don't know, this move right here, this extended knight's move from a second line stone, it's called the monkey jump. It's real popular with like, I would say 10 to 15 Q players. Okay, yeah. Broken focus. Let me ask, are you like 10 to 15 Q? Because like, man, 10 to 15 Q. If you see a monkey jump, you take the monkey jump. Oh, 23K. Wow, you know about the monkey jump. That's awesome. So I don't really necessarily think it's the best move here, but I think it's fun and I just want to show it. And popular with jerkstone. Listen, dude. So the whole thing about a monkey jump, it's good for eating territory, because there's no way, if I play T12, there's no way for black to disconnect it from S9 as long as I play correctly, which is fun, right? The first time you see that, that's like, right? Like, surely you can disconnect that, but no, you can't. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Toby and David giving me shit in the comments. And so basically now it's on black to do damage control, right? To say, okay, well, this stone is alive because it is effectively connected here. So how do I minimize the damage that it can do? Yeah, so that's fine. That's like a good way. So you're trying to like truncate it. So let's see here. I would like to make sure that I keep Sente. And actually, I think at this point I do have Sente. I think I can.
10,
So he did the damage control, but he still can't disconnect me.
6,
I don't think.
4,
So let's see. If he played here, I play here.
2,
Here, I can
1.
take. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Period.
So I'm just going to treat this as some territory that I got to take away, and now I'm going to do other stuff. No, Toby, that's all you do in my chat. You just sit there and give me shit. All right. It's cool, though. I'm here for it. Cool. So let's...
9,
I like this, right? So there's some sort of neutral-ish looking territory over here. So if I play here, maybe I get another line of territory in this group. Maybe one line less for black. Okay, now I have to respond. Did you get to 8K mostly by playing, or did you study as well? So yeah, I had kind of an interesting history. When I first started Go, I was real passionate about it. Go was my jam. So this is kind of interesting. So I can just play here. Yeah, let's just do that. Seems fun. So yeah, I started in like 2012, and for the first, I would say like 8 or 9 months, I was like, I am gonna be good at this game, and I really wanted to be 1-dan within a year. I thought that was a cool goal. But I was also in engineering school, which is somewhat burdensome on your time. And so, I studied for a while, and I got up to about 7K. I joined a league called the Baduk Republic, but all the way up to 7K.
9, 8, 7,
Um,
6, 5,
can we play this? I think we can play that.
2,
Play that. All the way up to 7K. Hey, a wild techno. Welcome. That's like one of my favorite little chat things. I use that all the time. Like, hey. Or like, I don't know, to celebrate in chat, you can be like, hey, hey, hey. Okay. Well, I'll just take that. Yoink. And yeah, so I got up to about 7K, and I actually didn't play that many games. I did join a league, and I played a few games there, but I played maybe 15 games in that league, and I just studied them really hard. I'll take that. Let me threaten to come in your territory. I think you won't like that. So you probably block. So you see what I've tried to do is I've like squeezed black into these sort of inefficient, thin little groups, right? Is there something with the G15 cut and then maybe E15? Let me see. If I know my alphabet, G15 and then E15.
10,
Yeah, maybe later, like once we fill some of the dame and there are less freedoms there. Yeah, sure, there could be. I would say right now, probably not much.
1, period.
So cool. Let's, this feels nice, right? Let's do that. Feels good. Yeah, so up to 7K, I didn't play that many games, and despite the best advice I think I can give new players is to lose 100 games as fast as you can. Just play until you lose 100 games, and don't even put that much thought into your moves. It'll just help orient you to the board, right? Because this is especially for Westerners who didn't grow up seeing this game at all. It's very foreign, right? Like most people, like in the U.S. who don't play chess, at least understand the gist of it, right? But people see Go and they're like, "Is it Othello? I don't know," right? So just crank out 100 games, lose as many as you can. Great, right? And it's you can almost think of that as like a machine learning type thing, but it's human learning, right? Biological learning.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, I'm just playing moves now. I feel pretty comfortable in this game. Yeah, just play. But yeah, I mostly learned from studying when I first started. I did not follow that advice. You would even say that knowing chess kind of hinders your ability to Go. Yeah, right. It does kind of put you in a different frame of mind, right? Because like for example, in chess, each piece has like a known value, right? Like the rook is worth 5 points, the bishop is worth 4 points or something. I don't know because I'm not a chess player, but I am aware that they each have kind of a distinct number of points.
9,
In Go, the value of each stone, like each stone is identical,
4,
and yet
3,
the value of each stone
1.
changes.
Period.
Let me turn my volume down here. Sorry, I keep talking over that. Okay, maybe that'll make it easier. So the value of each stone changes depending on the board state, which is a really difficult thing I think sometimes to get your mind around. It's also weird, right? Like in chess, the pieces move. In Go, the pieces don't move, but the shapes do move, right? And so we often use terms as though they can move. We'll say, "Oh, I'm going to run this way," right? And it's not because the pieces themselves are moving, but the shapes are moving, which is cool. There's a lot of cool things like that about Go. Let's just start fixing some of our cutting points, things like that. That should be fine. Oh no, you didn't see the monkey jump? Okay, sorry. I just saw that in chat. Yeah, so basically I've had a lot of opportunities to monkey jump and I just haven't been taking them because usually the monkey jump is gote and I just prefer to keep sente usually. But yeah, you can kind of watch out for those, right? Basically anytime you have like a second line stone that's underneath a third line stone, so like you have a third line territory and the second line stone is looking underneath it, there's the opportunity for a monkey jump.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Just play calm, just sort of shore up our territory. There is one kind of chess that I like. It's like a chess variant, right? And it's called I think it's called anti-chess or like suicide chess. And I like it because it's very tempo-based, similar to Go, right? So a lot of Go is about sente and finding initiative, forcing moves, things like that, right? And so in anti-chess, the rule is if you can take a piece, you have to take a piece. And if there are multiple pieces that you can take, you get to choose. But basically the rule is if you can, you have to. And your goal is to lose all of your pieces. So nothing about the king specifically. You just want to lose all of your pieces before your opponent. And so there are these really interesting sequences where, you're like, oh, okay, I'll bait out his queen here, and then I can start setting up this chain that his queen will have to follow, right? And so I don't know, it's fun. I enjoy it. There's some like Go variants that I like to do some tune. Let's see, you still want to do your green belt test soon? Yeah, we can do that. So for those of y'all who don't know, the club that I run, the Los Alamos Go Club, I set up some like achievements. I don't know. I'm the type of person that I like to go for achievements just because they're there for no other reason than that they're there. And so I set up some achievements in my Go Club, and some of those I call belt tests, which are sort of these like standards of strength. And
9,
I don't know.
5,
Let's just shore up some territory there. And so like one of the belt tests, which I call the green belt test. All right, so we do have to be careful here, right? So you have to watch out when there are these like sneaky little things on the first line. So black actually has a throw in that he can do here. If he throws in here, then let's say I take. If he Ataris and I fix, then he kills the whole group. So I actually need to fix this. Yeah, anyway, so the white belt test was the first belt test in the club, and I know usually like in a dojo or whatever, you're just awarded the white belt for joining. But in my club, you have to earn your key. So you have to earn your white belt, and the white belt test is just beat any of the teachers, a single digit Q player, on a 9x9 board with a 5-stone handicap. Right, so that's a lot of handicap. So it just sort of illustrates like a sort of a basic understanding of the game. So then the green belt test is again a 5-stone handicap, but it's on a 13x13 board against a single digit cube. So actually that's a lot more difficult. And then the brown belt test is a 19x19 with 5-stone handicap. So at that point you're starting to get into like that low DDK SDK kind of range. All right, let me make sure that I'm not going to like lose everything here. So if I fix here and he Ataris and I fix, he can not Atari, but threaten and I can fix. We're good. All right, let's just do that. I'll go ahead and play the sequence for you. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, so then, yep, you go there, I go here. Cool. Yeah, right. The belts are fun, right? It gives you kind of these goals to work for. But also one of the downsides of it, handicap games are not played the same way as regular games. And so it can teach you to play maybe a little bit too defensively, I think, if that is like your sole focus. And similarly, right, like a few of our players right now are stuck on that green belt test. And I think psychologically it can sort of inhibit you from moving into the 19x19 board, right, which is ultimately the goal. 19x19 is go. And so when you're focused, like I want to pass that green belt test, then you tend to like stay on that 13x13 board until you get past it. And so I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. Maybe I should have an equivalent where like you can also do a 19x19 with 10 stones or something. I don't know. Yeah, Toby has never passed the green belt test, so he's working on that. Where can you read more about my club? I don't have a lot of literature on it. And I'm still deciding whether, sorry, let me play on the board. I'm still deciding whether I want to fully open the club up to the stream, So right now it's completely virtual, so there's no reason why anyone in the world can't be part of it. Okay, good. I was just testing him right there. So if he does something like this, let's say, then I get a double Atari. So I was just seeing if he'd fall for it. So good job. Good job not falling for that. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to open it up yet. I need to talk to the club because I want that to be like my priority, right? I want to care about my club more than I care about my stream. But it's called the Los Alamos Go Club. We have a Facebook page. And we have like a Discord. I don't think I've shared the Discord with the stream yet. But also you're welcome to join my Discord channel, the Beginner Go Discord channel. That's linked in my About page. And maybe from there, that would be a good place to start getting to know you. And we'll see if we join the club.
10, 9, 7.
I'm just going to shore up the corner a little bit. This is Gote. I just felt like doing it. If I did open the club up to like the greater stream community, like to me the stream feels more like this is like my thing, where the club is like I'm trying to do that for that community, and I don't want to sacrifice one for the other. Hey now, what are you trying to do over there? All right. I'll take that. Things are falling apart. All right, now I'm in Atari. I gotta fix. Okay. That was a fun little, like, it felt like Pac-Man to me. Do I need to fix this? I think I can just go here first. Because then if he cuts and I fix, no, I'll just fix it. I think what you were saying about the belt test is just a consequence of tests in general. That's true. Like teach for the test, right? They have the downside of incentivizing working for the test instead of really learning. Yeah, that's true. And of course, the hope with all tests, as with this one, is that you have to learn some generalized things in order to do well on the test. But it definitely can just hyper-focus you on one thing that is not generally applicable. But whatever, it's just a goal that's out there. No one in the club has to do it. It's just something fun to go for if you want to, Maybe having a checklist in a normal game works and see if they pass. I'm not sure I understand like things to go for, like, okay, staying connected, sure, like doing a monkey jump or things like that. That could be good. Fixing cutting points, sure. That could be good too. And some of our achievements are like that. Like one of them is make Seki as the invader. And so like that can be kind of a challenging one. Another one is called Fighting Spirit. And to win that one, you have to come back from a game where you were 20 points behind, according to the OGS AI. So yeah, we have some other ones that you can kind of find in your games in that way. Let's just fix that. Feels like maybe there are some antics that could have gone on in here. I'm not sure. Is that named after the sumo prize? No, I'm not aware of a sumo prize of that name. What is the name of the sumo prize? Broken focus? Oh, they give out a fighting spirit at most bashos. Okay, cool. Bashos, I don't know. I've watched sumo a few times on YouTube. It's fascinating, and I really like. It's kind of the same reason, like I mentioned, like tomorrow we'll probably watch the Meijin title on stream, even though Japan is not necessarily the top of the Go world right now. I mean, they have a few players who are up there, but to me, Go feels like a much more like cultural experience in Japan. It's much more like there's a lot of culture around it, and kind of similar with sumo. Like sumo is not a style you would bring to the UFC or something, but it's really cool. Like there's a lot of prestige around it, and it's a unique way of fighting. So I think it's super cool. So he said basically wrestlers that wrestled above their standard ability. Yeah, that's cool. Beating a sumo wrestler in a sumo could be an achievement in Go. Yeah, sure. That is something we should put like on the Los Alamos Go Club achievement board. It's like win a sumo match, a literal sumo match. Let's just play here. I don't know. But yeah. By the way, guys, not to harp, but I'm currently 3 followers away from being able to apply to affiliate. So if you want to be a nerd, feel free to follow. Just throwing that out there. Y'all will notice that I have terrible endgame, which is funny. Like endgame is one of those parts of Go that is not intuition based. It's very much like each move has a set value, but like you can objectively say this move or that move is wrong in the endgame because it's just they have values. And I'm good at math, so I should be good at like calculating that type of thing, but I just haven't taken the time to really like study it and so I don't know. I just play endgame moves and see what happens.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Endgame is hard, I guess so.
2, 1.
Mii counting, it's pretty tricky. Mii counting, I'm not sure I understand that term. So Mii is like when you have two options to do something, like let's say to make two eyes in a group. If you have, like, you play here, then I'll play here, or if you play there, I'll play here. That's Mii. You found endgame boring until recently. Maybe you watched a lecture on it and it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. There's reverse sente and double gote and stuff, right? Oh, look at this. Okay, copy and paste from Sensei's library here, right? A method to assess the value of a move. Yeah. It assigns.
3, 2,
Okay. Yeah, nice.
period.
Nice. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, that's a point. I know that. It's a point in gote. Sure. There's a point in gote. Your endgame is super violent because you know nothing but fighting. That's fun. There was someone in chat recently who said they got to like 5 Dan playing only 9x9s before they ever got onto a larger board. So I cannot imagine how combative that person must be. So here's a point. That's maybe Sente because I can get another point if I Atari this group. Okay, you took a point over there. That's fine. Oh, that's actually 2 points. I should have done that. Whatever. Atari. Oh, he didn't see the Atari. Okay, yeah. Be honest, did you hear me say it on stream? That's okay. Either way, I'm happy to give you that undo. That would be an unfortunate loss of points. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Is it just that little ko left? I'll let you have the ko. Oh no, there's a point. Gote. You just did OGS on your phone and made 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss. But is there a confirmation move or something to make sure of our moves? Oh yeah, so you if you play a correspondence setting, then you'll notice when you place a move, then you have to click submit afterward. You can set it to do that for live games as well. So probably you're playing live games, which by default it just slaps the stone down as soon as you drag your thumb across it. But you can go to your settings and say, yeah, always ask me to submit the move.
6, 5, 4.
No, I don't think you needed that one. That might have been minus a point in Japanese counting. I was trying to give you the ko, but there's nothing else to play. I'm taking the ko. Let's fight. I don't know that the app has an option. It's not an app. What is that? What are you trying to do over here, huh? Oh, okay, you're just going to cut? All right, well, let's see. I think I can just ladder, right? So Atari, run, Atari, run, Atari. Yeah, seems fine. Let me go ahead and conditional move it out. Undo. Oh, okay. That was your ko threat. Okay, that's fine. You just fill the ko. I was doing my conditional moves and it slapped the stone down. So yeah, it might feel like you're using an app, but it should just be the browser on OGS. I don't think it has an actual app. Okay, I'm just gonna pass.